Welcome to the first, the program of the WittyBantr Network.
WittyBantr Network.
My name is Nabil Rana.
Are we using a British accent here? Is that why you said program?
Yes.
Just
Quite
whatever.
frankly,
This
yes.
is just how I pronounce program.
This is how he talks.
Yeah, and I have two other humans sitting next to me.
We think we're human.
Yep. I'm a human.
And
From
what are
planet
your
Earth.
names, humans?
What?
What are your names?
Oh, Denial.
I'm a Hugh woman.
A Hugh woman. Okay, I got
What's your
Denial and you got
Say
Denial.
your name.
I got Denial and Hugh woman. That's
Alright, I
good.
guess that's it.
All right, so here we are. We're just
Bantering away.
we're
Bantering
bantering away.
away.
We have our coffee,
Witty as can be.
witty as can be. So what should we?
Well, you know, what we were talking about yesterday was why witty and why banter?
Yes, the viewers might want to know what's that all
Yeah, they're
about.
super curious. They're on the edge of their seat trying to figure out like what's the deal with the name.
When did people start using the word super as an adjective?
Probably like German Nazis. Super.
You think so?
Probably.
I think you just made that up, but that's all right. That is your perspective.
Well, what do you think?
I think it's been fairly recent. Last 5 or 6 years, I've heard people saying super happy, super excited.
Yeah, it's an American thing, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe from the skater culture. Wow, that's super cool, dude. Or not skater, but like
Yeah.
kind of West Coast, like hillbilly,
The urban youth.
yeah, urban youth.
So what is it about talking that amuses people? Because that's what banter is, isn't it? It's just amusement. It's like a game of tennis and back
Yeah,
and forth.
yeah, it's a good question.
And does it amuse everyone? Because clearly we are amused by it. That's why we're sitting here recording what we're saying.
Amused and entertained.
We are. Well, what's the difference between amused? Is that
I don't know.
not
I relate amusement with like comedy or funny things,
Yeah, yeah.
and entertainment is more of a general like.
Yes.
It can be a lot of emotions.
Yeah. But I just read this, I'll read a book on anything.
Mhm.
So I read a book on witty banter.
All right.
And what he was saying was that you have to have a story to tell.
Mm.
And you have to have a fallback story. That kind of seems, isn't not a contradiction to have guidelines for a witty banter.
My life is an enigma.
Yeah, I don't think you need guidelines. Well, there are some guidelines, but the guidelines are spelled out in like whatever the subject matter you're talking about. I think, right? Because it's like you're talking about a subject, and kind of everybody.
So we have guidelines for this.
And the audience
podcast.
knows kind of the structure of the subject to a certain extent, right? They have an understanding of something.
Mm-hmm.
And then the witty banter is when somebody comes in and is able to like create some unique spin on something, or
Does it have to be humorous?
no, I guess not. No,
Could
but
it be-
sometimes things are so amazing that they just become
I
humorous.
think by nature it becomes funny because like, and it's like Seinfeld where there's like no point to it, but you know,
So banter has no point to it.
like
It can and cannot, but it doesn't have to. But I think but the word banter is like to tease
Yeah, yeah.
in a playful way. Is that what it is?
Oh, is that
Is
what
it?
you Googled
Pretty
that?
sure that's what that means.
what about
Uh,
witty then? This is just an
wit-
adjective
wit is
to
just
describe
like-
banter?
Yeah.
Wit is something to do with the mind, isn't it? I don't
Right.
know.
So it's kind of the back and forth of like.
The mind.
So one thing
Yeah.
he said is, and I think I agree with that.
Whoa.
You don't
Yeah.
need to. You don't. It doesn't have to be. You don't have to know everything.
Yeah.
So that makes it easier.
How many reviews did this book get on
Ooh, I
Amazon?
did not check.
Did you just say out witty banter?
I just did a
Right away?
Yeah, I just looked for witty banter.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what are some? So we can kind of maybe. How about we spell out what kind of what's our mission statement here with this program? Like, where do we want to guide the audience? Remember, people are going to tune in, and they're gonna.
Who's gonna tune in? I want to know who are the people.
Faisal
Well-
Ajit.
Well, well, beyond them, beyond them, it's going to be
Our friends
people,
and family.
people who are.
Like-minded in their witty.
Well, I guess it depends on what we bring to them. Remember, when people come back here, they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna click on this." Like we watched
Yeah.
that the podcast Tiger Belly.
Yeah.
It's with this guy Bobby Lee, and why do I go back? I don't know. I like the way there's usually they're funny on it.
Yeah. Well, I think with all of them, like with Joe Rogan, with this Tiger Belly, and all of them, it's like you're not trying to find something that's interesting to you. You're doing something that's interesting, or not to the audience, but to yourself, and then like naturally, it's kind
I
of
guess just
evolves.
talk about interesting things.
Yeah.
But I guess what is interesting?
What is interesting to you?
Yeah, it's a good question. But I think we'll be good in general. If we can be funny naturally, that's great. But have some sort of like positive like vibe, you know what I'm saying?
Like have something insightful, but then
I feel
also
like-
that's
hit 'em
coming
with
from
the-
Nabil, a positive vibe.
Like some sort of genuine
point.
positive, genuine positive.
we're an
vibe.
optimistic podcast. Here.
Optimistic,
Only
optimistic.
spreading positivity
Yeah,
and love.
but not in a cheesy way though.
That sounds painful.
Yeah, optimistic is the right word. Right? Find some. Okay, not create it like arbitrarily, but like find some sort of natural, optimistic like swoop.
Optimistic what?
Swoop.
Swoop in. Yeah, I guess like, just different issues, or I guess whatever we normally talk about on a
because
Sunday.
during the week, if you're going about your day and you think of something that'd be interesting to talk about, then
I
kind of
should
write it down.
Ooh,
And then-
homework.
Ooh,
Yeah,
coming
homework.
home.
That's what stand-up comics do.
Yeah.
When they're going about their day, they'll write something like, "Oh man, this is gonna be a good one. Let me just develop it a little more."
Yeah.
So you can
yeah.
bring ideas, and then we can develop
No,
it.
But don't you want it to be like once a week? You know, make it more exclusive.
Yeah,
And then they're
oh
like,
no, this is gonna be once a week.
oh,
I don't
okay.
have time to.
Yeah, I was like, I don't think I'll have the energy for this type
No,
of shit.
no.
Energy? I don't
mean,
even think
that's
I
another
want
thing
to-
is swearing a lot on this podcast.
Oh, are we supposed to do
No,
that?
we don't have to
No.
actually. That'd be a good thing. Because
But I'm
everyone
saying-
does that.
I accidentally
Let's keep
said
this a
shit. So
Let's
like,
keep
is
it a family program.
a family program.
For a family
Yeah.
Yeah.
Optimistic
So all
family
the
program.
children can watch too.
What if I
The
do
youth.
a translation of Urdu swear words? Son of an owl.
Well, I wouldn't know any of them, so
Uh,
so you're free to do that. But then we lose the Pakistani children audience.
Yeah.
Well,
Pakistani
we lose their parents. They might be intrigued
Yeah.
because you know how kids
Yeah,
are.
the Pakistani
do you
youth,
think the Pakistani parents are watching a show like this?
probably
I mean, is
Hey.
this a show? Is a podcast a show?
It is when you're
recording it.
recording it. So
Yes.
So I guess the
Yeah.
moral of the
Do
story.
all three of us have to be in the podcast on a regular
No.
basis?
I don't think
No.
so.
Could it be just ruminations by one person on a Sunday that nobody else is?
It could be if you're so inspired. Those are kind of harder though because you kind of
Yeah.
really have to talk to yourself.
Yeah, but could you have a dual personality?
Yeah, you could.
Okay, show me your dual personality. Show me your British personality.
I would need to get into it, you know.
Show me
Yeah,
your
this is
show
a
me
natural-
Your, show me your Asian father personality.
I can't do it on command.
Idiot, you idiot.
Yeah, I can't do it on command. It
Yeah.
has to like come.
This is from the heart.
Do you have
Yeah.
multiple
Personality
personalities?
disorder.
Yeah, not disorder, just the reality. Is it
Oh.
a disorder?
Well, the real one, yeah.
Yeah.
No, as in, you know.
Oh,
have-
gotcha.
Like, you know, you think of your Nabil self and you think,
Yeah,
when
yeah,
I
yeah.
was
Well, that's
5 years
true.
old,
Yeah, that's true.
And then now I'm thinking of the student, when I was 18 and just out of high school, and now I'm thinking of the 20-plus-year-old who had to deal with people at work.
Yeah,
Now I'm the coder.
yeah, that's true.
That's not a disorder. But we were talking about two different things. You were talking about like Nabil
If you have
acting
split
as different
personal-
person.
if you have two personalities,
That's true.
Yeah,
are you
yeah,
asking? Are you saying is that a disorder or not? If you have
I'm
multiple.
saying, are we considering it as a disorder if you think, well, this the stupid part of me, and then the intellectual part of me,
Oh.
that
Yeah, no, I guess that's not a disorder, and I guess that those are split personalities. To
It's
an
only
extent.
disorder when they're all coming out at one period of time.
Well, it's only a
Right.
disorder if you can't control it. I think.
Yeah.
yeah,
Right.
Well, can you control it anyway?
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
in his case, he controls.
When I
it.
go outside, I act
Yes.
differently than when I'm inside.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Very controlled.
Yes.
Um,
So which person will you be on the podcast? Will you be the one that
The
people
comfort-
see you at work?
You'll be the radio
No.
guy.
No, not the one at
Hey,
work.
What's up, guys?
Hey,
Are
how's
you
it
a different
going?
person at work?
No, I don't think so. I think initially maybe you put that face on, the vanilla face, and then
Why do you call it a vanilla face?
just because
It's
it's like
plain.
very plain. Yeah, Nabil gets it.
Plain.
It's
No
plain.
flavor.
Plain
Even though
People love vanilla.
yeah, I agree. Vanilla
yeah.
is a flavor.
That's
What
why
would
you go in initially as
People have
vanilla because
discriminated
everyone
against
likes
vanilla.
it, and
What
there's
would
no.
be a mint flavor?
Something,
If vanilla is
a little
boring.
spice or something.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what that would be. Just
How would you break apart all the different flavors, the savory and the sweet?
of ice creams.
And
Well, it's just
oh,
vanilla's
no.
plain, and then the other ones are unique.
No, I'm
is
not
how you-
thinking ice cream. I'm thinking of food. I'm thinking all kinds of the range of food. You got the salty food, you got the sweet food, you got the spice, you've got this mint flavor, you got the all those different flavors that you can feel.
Mm-hmm.
And of those flavors, which personality? If vanilla is the blandest,
But it's
what's
subtle.
water?
Why
did you
vanilla
say
is not
water?
bland. It's subtle.
Why didn't you say water?
Yeah, water is
Yeah.
flavorless, actually.
Yeah,
Same with hydrogen.
but like you were saying,
Do you
vanilla
eat
vanilla
hydrogen?
is
No,
vanilla is
but I
something
know
everyone likes.
it's
uh,
odorless, which could be flavorless.
Vanilla is
Yeah.
plain, but like a lot of people like it. Water is like a necessity, and it's kind of boring, So you don't want that personality.
there
You
has
want
to be a
there's
choice
a
in
little
it.
bit, but like not too risky. That's what vanilla is.
Yeah, a sense of danger. That's always interesting in a person.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be interesting if
So-
somebody was I am a vanilla personality, but it's a hidden,
Yeah,
it's something outwardly I'm this way,
yeah.
but inwardly I'm,
Something else.
yeah,
I just think vanilla is
Yeah.
it's not a plain flavor.
it's not.
So anyway, what was the main thing? Oh, you were
Oh,
talking
what
about
flavor are you at
personality.
work? Yeah.
Oh, at work?
Yeah.
So
I
play it
myself,
safe. You
I'm-
play
On this
it. You play it
podcast,
safe.
What personality are you?
Oh, I'll
Or
try
are
to
you
be
multiple?
a raw version of myself, kind of unfiltered.
But not initially, though, right?
The kind of version
You
that
probably will grow.
Yeah.
who else apart from who sees that personality? Daniel sees it on a regular basis,
Yeah,
Does
I
Daniel
guess
see
so.
that?
Yeah, I guess so.
or do you even filter things for Daniel?
No, I don't think I do.
I don't think so either.
Yeah.
And we have to remember we're talking to people too. I forget that sometimes. I know we're just three, but we have to pretend that because you have to think about it from the viewer's perspective. And I've been a viewer. It's like
Yes. So I guess the same thought would be to viewers as well.
yeah.
What personality do they show when?
But maybe that's why these podcasts are interesting, is because most of these people, if they're talking in a real audience, they might have some filter. But if they're here, it's like you're still talking to people. They're just gonna hear this later,
Yeah.
and then you forget that, and then you can be
I
unfiltered.
think that's why a lot of people like the Elon Musk interview with Joe Rogan, because as it progressed on, he was less and less guarded.
Right.
When he's in a normal interview, he's very trying to.
Right, and why do these filters exist in the first place?
Yeah, well, for example, when he said progressed on, I thought, oh, Daniel's being redundant here. He just needs to.
Yeah,
Did
I didn't catch that.
progressed.
I'm pretty good at catching
Yeah.
those things too.
That's part of the.
I'm pretty good at
And then I
catching
just
those
got,
things.
but here's the thing that distracted me, and I was constantly thinking about
Yeah, no.
that use of
Yeah.
language. And I was
English
thinking,
teacher.
I know how it goes.
and but then that's a waste of my filter there, because now I missed the main point.
Yeah, that's true too.
So-
Sometimes it doesn't even matter because it's like
It
because
didn't
you
matter.
still understood the idea he was trying to convey to you.
Yes.
So,
But I just got stuck with that.
yeah.
Progressed on.
So the filters are the things that just kind of
So why do humans have filters? Why does society have
Do
naturally?
we have filters, or do we have our own filters?
That's what I mean. But it's because of societal expectations that we put on these filters.
Or is it our own expectations?
Right. It's our own expectations of what society expects. True.
Or is it our own expectation of what we want society to think? We want to trick society to think we are this versus that.
Maybe, but for
Are
me,
we
it's
all tricking society.
more like I'm worried about what the response is going to be if I say something, and I don't want it to be negative because those are bad.
Why?
Yeah.
What would happen to you?
Because
What
then they'll
happen?
kill you.
Well,
Give me a scenario.
just
where
someone might.
Like at work, let's say.
Give
if
me
One,
you
I don't
made a-
want to.
Yeah.
If you made a joke that you knew was was raunchy.
Yeah,
or
where are we
something,
talking? Are we
but
talking
you don't
about
know
work?
how other people
Well,
would
work,
take
I
it.
definitely don't want to risk anything.
Yeah, that's what I'm
because
saying.
money's involved, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to lose my
But you're
income.
talking-
So money is more important to you than relationships.
Wow, so you've already sold out, and it's already the
Well-
first podcast.
Well,
We haven't even gotten
Well,
advertised yet.
money's
We've already
in-
sold out.
yeah. Well, maybe I should change that. I'm gonna do that. Next time I get a job, I'm going full raw.
He just gets
I'm
fired
gonna
on
go for
first
the
day.
go for it all.
Because this podcast is going to take off and everybody's going to want to listen.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I guess at least we set the premise on day one. You know, like now no one can say you sold out because you've already told everyone like I'm a sellout.
What? Oh yeah, I'll do
But
stuff
that's
for money.
him. But that's him.
Yeah.
You and I didn't give our
Yeah,
opinion.
that's true.
We kept it to ourselves.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to like not sell out
Create our filter.
to in exchange for value. I wouldn't want to sell
Mm.
out in the traditional.
So yeah,
sense.
you wouldn't want to risk your job or something. But what about in public? Like, let's
Yeah,
say
so,
it's
well, I've tried to like be a little bit more like
not
truthful. Is actually the real word.
caring.
No, but what is truth
Is how I'm really feeling.
at that moment in time?
Correct. So, for
What-
example,
what
when I
has
go
it
to a
been?
restaurant and I don't tip, and the lady confronts me,
Yeah.
in a past life I might be like, "Oh yeah, whoops, sorry, forgot about that," and then just fill it in.
Mm.
But if I was being my true self, I would explain like why I'm not going to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Or now I'm not even going to explain because everyone gonna stop me? I'm gonna have a 5-minute conversation, waste my time. I'm just gonna walk out.
But at any point, will you rethink that decision? and
Yeah,
think
maybe.
your truth.
I'm
will
subject to
change?
change.
Yeah.
But my point is, the truth is,
Yes.
I don't believe in tipping, but there's instances where I can not. That is the truth of my belief, but I could act differently because
Kind of like gift giving.
yeah, it's a waste.
Gift giving
You just-
it just kind of at a certain when you're kids, of course, you always want gifts. Well,
Yeah.
most kids want gifts.
Mhm.
And then you get to a point in life where you think, if I wanted something, I would just get it.
Yeah.
I guess it does give you a feeling of, oh, you know me, and so you've got something that I would have got but
Mhm.
didn't.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. The only thing I would give is like the only time I give a gift is like the only
when
ones
was
that
the
will.
last time you gave a gift?
I don't even know. Daniel, probably.
What'd you give me?
I don't remember.
Okay, tell me. Keep going. You were saying the only time you give a gift is...
Yeah, it's like if it was like really meant something. Like if you could pay off someone's house, that's a gift, right? Because those are the real things that matter in life.
Yeah.
Pay off a car, even. Okay, that's a one step lower.
Yeah.
Or pay off some debt, a student's debt. Not like a credit card could be like you're being silly and
What
irresponsible.
about the gift of time?
Ah, yes. The greatest gift right next to kissies.
The gift of time. What do you think of
Time
gifts?
is great thing.
Yeah, I like cash as gifts. Just want cash, straight
No.
cash.
I'm talking about you
Giving to other people. Now I think, yeah, I would still only stick with cash because that's what I would want. And it gives them freedom to do with what they want. Like if they want to help
When was the
pay
last
off their
time you
mortgage, they
gifted
can use the
someone?
$20.
Yeah. When was the last
Or
time you gifted someone?
also, yeah, another example is if like we're playing a video game and like I want everyone to play, but like they're still on the fence because they have to pay the money.
Because you want something. and
Because
that's
I
what
want,
you
yeah,
get.
I want us all to play it, so I will gift it.
I don't know what
And-
I gave last. Oh, so here's what I've noticed, that I tend to gift something that I want. And like I got a plant the other day, a really nice gardenia. It was smelling really good, and I got one for Jenny as well. Now I did think at the time, I thought, okay, if I'm really giving a gift, should I get one for myself too, or should I not? What makes it seem more of a gift if I'm not including myself? Does it cancel out if I am buying for myself the exactly same thing?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I mean, if you still bought
I
something.
mean, there's that level of selfishness in gift giving, isn't there? I mean, you
Yeah.
give it because
You would
even
like it.
you imply that you want something. Either you want to be liked.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, giving a gift is like giving yourself a gift.
Yes,
Because you're giving it because you're like, oh,
I'm good.
they're gonna like, or they're gonna like this, and like them being happy will make me be happy.
And I'll feel good.
That's true.
Yeah, exactly.
So have we just proved that we should not give gifts?
Yeah. I mean, I didn't need this to
Merry
decide
Christmas.
that. Oh yeah, Merry Christmas.
Well, that's a good thing that
All
we
right.
weren't going to
We're
get
running on
gifts.
20 minutes here, so
Oh,
we're already
we're
5
running
minutes
out of
over
time,
our
guys.
expected time.
What?
We're at 20 minutes
Now,
here.
what are we supposed to do if we only got 10 minutes left?
Well,
Wait, I
I thought it was
What's the
15.
time check? Oh,
Right?
oh, yeah. Well, that's what we started out with. Yeah.
Yeah.
So should we stop now?
I think we should.
Yeah. Well, this is kind of
I got a lot of things to
it's
do
a little.
today.
We're testing the waters here. We're getting a feel for the vibe. See, a lot of this is vibe riding. You got to ride the vibe.
Let's see where the vibe takes.
And we are the ones who create the vibe. So we
is
talked
that
about a
vibe-
few things. I don't know what the title of this episode will be. We're gonna have a title for the episode.
This is the title.
Witty banter.
No, this is Witty Banter.
Well, WittyBantr's
Titleless.
titleless.
Untitled.
Untitled. Yeah, there you go. That's better.
Untitled.
Yeah.
What
Less
about like?
words.
Fewer words.
Okay.
No. Untitled and titleless are both one word.
Wait, what'd you say?
I said titleless and you said untitled.
Oh, yeah, that's true. But
Yeah.
less letters.
Fewer,
Less
fewer.
letters.
Fewer.
So what we can do though is like during the week try and like think of something that would be interesting to talk about.
Maybe some of our followers will add some ideas of
That
what we
is
should
true, and I know if Ajit finds out about this,
Oh,
he's
he's
gonna be
already
the first on.
He's already found out about it. He's already mad. He's
Wait,
like,
what?
he's like, you took my idea.
Oh, you
I'm
told
like,
him?
you got Mark Zuckerberg.
Well, we could have him on the program.
Is it Mark Zuckerberg or just Zuckerberg?
Yeah, probably Zuckerberg.
Zuckerberg, yeah.
Well, if he takes out to a cafe,
Zuckerberg.
maybe we can have him as a guest.
We'll have him a guest on the program,
Yeah.
but we can't have
Maybe
two
one.
guests.
We'll see, yeah. Not
No,
too
no,
many guests.
no, guests are fine, but like not repeat. He can't come every time.
Yeah.
No, but you gotta mix it up because the audience would be like, oh, this guy
here's
again.
the G ruining it again.
Well, actually, it depends if the audience likes the G. Because like when I'm watching podcasts, like I'll be like, oh, they have this guy on again. I don't like. It depends on the chemistry.
I bet you he
But-
will bring.
But actually, a
an
G
audience.
probably will.
We'll see how many dislikes
he's
we
very-
get on that video.
Yeah, exactly.
I bet you will have so many likes.
No, I think he
What about Michael
adds
and
to the
Pfeiffer?
vibe.
And let's also bring
Yep.
Circuit in as a special
No,
guest.
hell no.
Suck
The
it.
dog?
His dog that
His
like
dog?
barks.
Oh, I didn't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, he just barks a lot. But so yeah. So during the week we can.
When I'm in Pakistan, can I Skype in?
Yeah, we can set that up. I think.
Okay, I'll Skype in.
So yeah.
Okay then.
All right. So thank you for the first episode for watching and do we have a cool little like outro?
Oh.
Like do we wish them?
Do.
Do we wish them anything good tidings or something? Is that something we want to
No,
tell?
remember
our
we said no gift giving.
no gift giving. All right.
No gift giving.
No gift giving.
No, kidding.
Have a great day.
Happy holidays.
See ya.